Hello guys and welcome back to our Prime Coding channel. Firstly, thanks for your tremendous support over my TCS NQT playlist. I am thankful for you. So in this video, we'll discuss about the coding question that came in 26th of April Shift 2 in TCS NQT 2024 exam. This type of question, both of the question were very easy as compared to the Shift 1 question. And in this video, we'll also cover the different type of techniques to take user input, because as I got many suggestions and comments like how to take the user inputs in the exam. Many of the students were facing like how we can take the input. The compiler was not supporting. So I will tell you the different type of ways that you can take the inputs. So yes guys, let's hop into the coding question. So what coding question states I have written for you is, let me take a pen. Given two integer, find the sum of cube all numbers in the range of n to m, and n equivalent to 4 and 9 and m equivalent to 9, which means n is the starting point and m is the ending point. So this question is very easy because it's nothing, we don't need to do anything. We just need to start a for loop till from 4 till 9 and just need to compute the cube root of that. So yes guys, as this problem is pretty straightforward, we won't waste time in this, but I will take you to the input format. Fine. In this question, it might be you just see the question description in the test case, how they are giving the input. As they are giving line next to line like this, like 1 2 3, then you need to take like this one. Like if they have given in the question, like will give the input like n equivalent to 4 and n equivalent to 5, or it might shown to you like 4 and 5. So you need to take in this way. Or if they said the space separated value will be given, to take you as an input, so you need to take like this way, like start comma end map int input split. What this means, Aditya, like you can see, like we have start comma end equivalent to map of, let me write this so that I can explain you in pretty much detail so that you can modify it according to your need. Fine. So this will do that. It will take the space separated value as the question states, like 4 and 5. So the 4 value will be assigned to start and the 5th value will assign to end. I think this is pretty clear to you. And what if you have to take input which is in the data type string, like toString, which will be given as a space separated, like my name is Aditya and my last name is Mishra. So it might be you have to take this input. So how you can take, you just need to replace this int to str and it will take the input. And one more case I would discuss, this is an off topic. Let's say if they are giving a space separated input for an array like 1 2 3 4 5, how you can take it? This will be the very easy. You just need to write array, and it in Python we used to we tell that this is in list, we'll denote it as a list. Just you need to write a list. In that same thing you need to put inside this. If it is an int format, then it will take as an integer. If it is a string format, it will take this as a string. I hope you get a better idea of it. Now let's discuss about the approach. Guys, approach is pretty simple. Like as I have took the user input like start comma end map int input, it will take the space separated value as 4 and 9. If you give on the compiler, it will take, and I'm calling the function. So let's write the cube sum. Let's denote it as a cube sum and find it. Like for I in range, it will start from the start, which is given as a 4, and 9 plus 1 would be 10 because it's an exclusive. It will not take the last value. That's why I'm adding 1 so that the loop runs till 9. Fine. Now I will do cube sum plus I into 3. Into means it's an exponential operator, which means if 4 it is, so it will be 4 cube. Instead of that, if you are not being familiar with this exponential operator, I would recommend you to do this format like I into I, which means the same. So you will get the output if, and guys, many of the students were not reading the question properly. In the question, they might tell you that, or in the input or output format, they will tell you that you need to return or you need to print over the terminal. Fine. If they need you to return, just instead of print, please use the return keyword. If they won't tell you the return, then you need to print it. So you just need to print. So I guess this solution, you got it, like how we can approach it. It was a pretty easy question. In the shift one, it was a bit hard. So before going to the next question, as much knowledge you spread, you will get 2x the amount you spread. So I will recommend you to share with your friends and let them to take benefits from this video. And guys, I love your support in the previous videos, and I will encourage you to please subscribe this channel. It won't take any penny from you, and it will motivate me to keep put such kind of content for you so that you can shape your future. Fine. So please guys, for me, just have a click on the subscribe button. It just take a 1 second of your time. So let's move without wasting time. Let's move to our second coding question. What it states, it was a lengthy question as I can see in the screenshot, but instead of writing a full question, I just wrote the few important points. So as you can see the important points, you are given a grocery list which consists of 3 parameters: item, quantity, price. Pretty straightforward. Your task is to find higher selling item and total selling item and average selling item. And the main thing in that is we need only till 2 decimals. It's not like you will return till the 4 decimals. Fine. So now let's check. First guys, if they have given you how many items that they will give, then it is fine. You just need to start a for loop where you can take the multiple inputs. Fine. If they don't, then see what is the format. Is that format of list out of list? Then you need to take in the 2D array. And guys, after this video, I thought of to create a separate video, like how many ways are there to take input. Like how you can take the input of a 1D array, 2D array of a string, how to take a space separated input. Let me know what type of input you want me to create a video on it. I will put all your suggestions into my one video so that it will help you as well as the students that are facing this particular issue. So put your thinking, doubts in the comment section. I will happy to respond you back. So yes guys, let's hop into this. So we have 3 items in that case. So what I will do, firstly, this question was done in many ways. So in this video, I will cover 2 approaches, which is one is an better solution and another is an optimal solution. Fine. Both of the cases will work because students have tried both the ways and both are working. So yes guys, there will be Apple 1.0. This will be the input format. Fine. So you need to return the higher selling item, and how you can find the higher selling item by adding their quantity and price, and in the last just check which particular item has a more selling price. Fine. Or more means sold, and total and average would be very straightforward to find, because if you have watched my 2.5 hours in which I have covered all type of array pattern question that came in TCS from beginning itself when TCS got started in India. So every pattern has been covered in that video. I will put the video link in the description. Please have a look over it, and before giving or appearing for TCS NQT, I will recommend you to give that particular one shot. It will be a 2.5 hours and all array questions will be covered. So you need to worry if some other array question will come. So it will be sufficient for you for your exam. So without wasting time, let's discuss a better solution. Fine. So how the better solution will look like I am using a store in which I will have a map store, which means a map. I'm using a map, and in this I didn't use a collection module. Many of the students can use collection, but in few of the compilers it won't work because it doesn't support any import and support from the compiler when you are giving for exams. So I'm being a safer side, I'm using all without using inbuilt function. I'm writing the code. Fine. You can write it using the collection. If it works, it's well and good. If it is not, then you might know this type of approach also. So I am storing the store as well as I am taking the n, like n is above. Okay, so every code like Python, C++ and Java, whatever language you are coding in, please have a look on the description. There will be a short URL link that will direct you to the GitHub. In that I have uploaded each and every code in both 3 of the language. So it will be easy for you, just have a go through, and we are discussing the approach in this video. So in map, what I will do, when I will encounter an item, I will take the input of item quantity and price. At the same time, I will calculate the total selling price. How you can calculate a total selling price? By multiplying quantity into price. You will calculate the selling price. And what I will do, like for Apple, whatever the selling price has been calculated till now, I will write it. For now, if I say what will be the, it will be 5. For the beginning, it will be 5, and after that, we have an orange. So it will take the input. It will take the input for every item, and it will calculate. Now again, we came as an orange, and orange has a 50 cost. So okay, fine, 50. And what this means, Aditya, store.get.item, 0, it means if it exists into our store, then please add the total price into the current value, as this is key and this is value. If it exists, please add the total value with the current value that the item has. If not, set the value as default 0 and add the total price into it. Fine. So Apple 5. Now again, we got an apple with the price 50. Is it? So now you see, now we'll execute that code. Like as you can see, store.get.item, 0. Now we are adding 50 into it because the previous value is not null, so we can't initialize as 0. So we'll add 50 and it will become 55. So 50 and 55, and in the last there is a basic for loop. You just need to iterate over and find the maximum price and store the max cost item. Fine, as I am storing it, max cost item as well as the max cost val, and in the last we are finding a total and as an average, because question asks us to find. It is pretty straightforward option. So I'm calculating a total as well as I'm finding the average value, and in the last we need to print it. If the question asks you to print, just have a print or create an answer string. Fine. How you can create the answer? Instead of writing print, you just write the same thing into the answer. It will create an answer. Then you just return this particular answer. Fine. So what does this means? This means you can also use an inbuilt function which call as round, in which the parameter and how many times you want to round, like 2 decimals, 3 decimals, you can write. But as I've told you, I will not use any inbuilt function. So this is a way of : 0.2f means 2 decimal of a float value. If you get the average, so average would be might of 9 decimals, 6 decimals. So it will convert it into the 2 decimal place as the question wants us to respond back. So let's discuss the time complexity, guys. Time complexity is order of n, because one times we are adding here and one times we are using again the n. It would be 2n, but we'll not take the constant value, so this will be the order of n, and the space complexity would be order of n, because we are using the map as a data structure. If this code doesn't work in the exam, so you might have another approach also. So it can be done using a single variable, as I have done here. As you can see, I am taking the input, like how many elements would be there, and max cost 0, max cost total price will be, I'm initializing it in the beforehand only. Then I will take the input, as this will be the typical way to take input. So input, I will take input. Now I am calculating the price, as well as at the same time I will calculating the total price also, like how many total price till now we got. And see guys, the magic of the single word solution will be, and I'm maintaining that max cost also. If the total price is greater than the max cost, as you can see, I have a variable of max cost also. So we'll store the max cost item. We'll store the max cost item with the max cost. We'll update the max cost. I hope we have missed here. So max cost will be also updated with the total price. Fine. The correct code will be provided into the description. Please have a look. And the total price, so that the max cost will be updated at every iteration. Fine. So yes, now it will work, and the average will find it in the last I plus 1, because from 0 till the last index will iterate, but while calculating the average we should do in the 1 based indexing. So I'm just adding 1 into the I, and we'll calculate the average at every item that we are getting in. At every item, at each iteration, we are calculating the total price, as well as we are storing the max item, and as well as we are storing the average. If this approach don't work, mostly it will work, then you try to this, because it might have a hidden test case which won't work. But as per my knowledge, I have tried extensively, it was working with all the test cases. So the time complexity of this solution would be order of n, and the space complexity would be order of 1 because we are not taking any other array. So yes guys, if you have found this video interesting and you got something from this video, please hit a like button and subscribe to our channel. And let's meet you with a new video. Please put the comment section what all video you will need to clear the exam. I will here to create for you. So yes guys, all the best for your exam.